Okay, so today I just want to post a real short video on how I rebuild my coils. For the tools I use toenail clippers, jewelers. I have 32 gauge Kanthal wire, another piece of 32 gauge Kanthal wire with a hook. I have 100% cotton yarn, and then I have needle nose pliers, and then a small pair of pliers. For the cotton that I do use the Peaches and Cream brand. It's from Walmart. Runs about $1.50 for about 120 yards, so it'll last a good while. Here's my old coil here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. First thing you want to take out is this little metal piece here. And make sure you don't lose any of the parts, or they're so tiny. Alright, next you can take out the rubber grommet. I just use my fingernails. You can use pliers if you want, but I just use my fingernails to get them out. Alright, after that, I'm going to take off my stem, which sometimes can be a little difficult, so you might want to put it back on your base there. Get you a little bit of grip when you go to pull the stem off. And you just wiggle it back and forth. And it comes off like so. You take the base off and you just pull your coil out. Set it to the side. Alright, so we're going to start on the new one. What I do is I use my jewelers to wrap to actually make the coil. It just works a lot better and helps keep your coils a little straighter. I'm not very good when I do when I wrap just straight silica or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 4-3 wrap. Alright, I've wrapped it around my jewelers 4 times. And then what I do is I just kind of squish the coils together. Just kind of gets them a little bit tighter. Like so. Alright, so there's the coil. Alright. It's nice in the intro, kind of hard to see with the camera, but alright, so there's my coil. Now one end is longer than the other, and I'm going to show you why in a minute here. Alright, next I take my yarn, and I take the Kanthal that has the hook, and I hook usually about the center of it, and then what I do is I fold it over, so it looks like so. I typically don't use flavor wicks when I build these coils because there's already, you already got 2 pieces of cotton there. Alright, so next you want to take your coil and you're going to feed this on through like so. Alright. Now when you get to the part where you got to push the coil actually onto the yarn, all you do is just push it on. Alright, you got to give it a little bit of a help, but it's there. There we go. Alright, so then you unhook it. Then what you want to do is you want to take the coil and you want to feed it through all the way through this right here. You want to feed both ends, which is why you have one longer than the other. Just makes it a little more easier if you're only feeding one through at a time. Alright, but once you get both through, you just bring it down like so. Right. Now what you want to do is you want to bring one of the wires, you just want to bend it over. Just want to kind of bend it over to the side there. Just kind of get it out of the way. Alright, so you got one to the side there and one that's kind of coming straight out the bottom. And you take your rubber insulator and you put it over, or you feed the other wire through, and you go ahead and you put it in. And I just use my fingernails for the most part. And it can be a little touchy. Might take it a little bit to get it in, but alright, so I've got that in. And you can tug a little bit if you see your coil kind of starting to wanting to come out there. Alright. It's about like so. Then you want to take and just kind of bend this out to the side. So you want one wire going one way and then one going the other way. And then what you want to do is you want to take your little metal piece and just stick it down the middle of the insulator there. Like so. And then you can go through and just kind of straighten out your coils, make sure they're straight, and make sure everything's looking good and it's not touching any other part of the metal, you know, or anything like that. Then take the toenail clippers and you want to clip these off, but you want them as close as possible when you clip them. If not, it'll create a short. That's pretty close. So next I take these and you want to trim your wicks. You just want to trim as close as you can, but you want a little wick showing there. Don't want a lot, just want a little bit. Alright, so wick is trimmed. Oops. Then what I do is I take my top part, put it back on. Just like so. Alright, and then screw it onto the base. Now you want to check the resistance. I'm using an ohm reader, but you can use a PV. Just anything that'll check the ohms will work on this. Alright, so we're at 1.9, which is about right. I usually get between 1.8 and 2.0 ohms for this. So just unscrew it and put your top back on. And there you go. Quick and easy. Thank you.